Hello and welcome back to Nier. I'm Tokenlad, and you may notice that, hopefully, I have a face cam. I've done tests, this should work, like 99% sure this is gonna work. So, yes, you can see my very decorated apartment here. I truly do love the off-white color of everything. Nice view out my window. Hopefully we'll see something interesting go past. Gonna try and implement webcam into more, well, face cam into more of my videos because people seem to like that sort of thing. I apologize, the sort of face reveal video kinda had me shrouded in shadow. It was very early in the morning and I really wasn't in the mood for, extensive testing of that sort of thing. But hey, we've all seen my face, now you know what I look like. Let's play some Nier. We all know why we're here. To bum ourselves out. Nier, stop sitting down. We have a lone brother to talk to. Oh, wait.
Again.
I'm editing this extensively. First of all, you're going to see me looking over at my screen, which is over in that direction. Yeah, that's where the game is. On this monitor, this is where this is the recording setup. This is where I can see my webcam, which is up in the corner, and the actual gameplay itself. Whereas on this monitor over here, which I don't actually use for my computer, that's where I've got my webcam situated. So when I'm looking this way, it's the game. This way, I'm looking at my computer, and this way I'm talking to you, like I'm doing now. This is going to be a little bit difficult because there's going to be extensive editing throughout this episode as I try and find the spots that are new, sort of like I did in the last episode. And that's going to be how it goes for the next couple of episodes, to see sort of the new things. But we'll get to that when we come to it. I'm just going to edit as we go, so I'm either just going to, plow through this dialogue right here, or there's going to be a massive edit right about now. Yep. Well, here we go back with these two.
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water. You have taught me much, Kalia. You have helped to expand my vocabulary. You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world. Because we are friends.
Do you happen to remember what this guy was saying when we fought him so many episodes ago? If you don't, you'll be reminded of it very soon. So, here we are at the boss fight for Khalil and I can't remember the robot's name. Two things before we jump in here. Firstly, this is part of what I like about Nier over Nier Automata, in that Nier Automata, when you replay the game, it tells you a different story. Like, it gives you a different perspective of a character, and then, the third and fourth time you have to replay it, it's a completely different story. And that's cool and all. From a gameplay perspective, that makes sense. Nier reveals to you different things about the same story. This is the same game you just played with, like, hard facts that you took for granted. Like, you assumed the Shades were the bad guys, you were the good guy, etc., that sort of thing. It drops the bomb on you that, not really the case, and then it starts telling you what the bad guys were thinking during the entire time you were fighting them. And that changes what the story is, and it will do more of that in the third and fourth ending. But for now, we have to go and fight these two. Great job landing on your ass, Nier. Beautiful stuff. I'll just drink my generic seltzer water here. And here we go. P-33, that's his name.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning.
And in case you forgot, Kaine can't understand the shades because of the one inside of her.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Exterminating.
Look at the shade!
That thing is commanding the robot somehow.
Aim for the legs! Knock it down! Take out the shade!
Exterminating. Must defend my mission.
God damn it, young Shade.
No! Damn it! That's a shade! It's a shade!
Kill him. Feel the hate inside you.
That guy's an asshole. And yes, I've been jumping around like this specifically so that you could read all the dialogue, or hear it, or whatever. Because this Phoenix Spear kicks all kinds of ass. And didn't want to have anything cut off. Want us to savor every horrid minute of what we're doing to these two. Cheers.
Exterminating. In.
This thing can transform?
Is that it for the dialogue? Cool.
Watch for falling debris!
Look out!
Remember this?
This bastard's pretty crafty for a robot!
Ah, that just makes you feel great that you've been fighting and killing these guys, doesn't it? And Kaine understood every single word of it, and has been living with this. Since, you know, the shade entered her body. And of course, how do we end this fight? But with killing the shade. You know, the child. There goes BP.
Must defend my mission. My mission.
Mission.
charming, isn't it? This is what you signed up for when you play Nier a second time. Game doesn't like you.
Khalil, together. BB alone. BB, cry.
You.
Ah, and this guy. Remember how well he took this?
You stupid machine! You killed my family! You took everything from me! Why did you have to be here? Why you? Why are you here? Why?
Beautiful. What a perfect example of humanity.
People don't like Tyran.
Hitting that thing won't bring...
But he's dead! And it's this bastard's fault! And hitting it makes me feel better! Just wait! You freak! You goddamn freak! I'm gonna explore this entire mountain now! I'll make terrible weapons! Killing machines! No one can stop me!
Yeah.
So well adjusted. Think that's it for these two. So, like I said, I did the Forest of Myth. Nothing changed there, so you didn't see any of it.
I was expecting...
We still have the Airy and the Wolves. Now, if you're like me at this point, I sort of figured, alright, I feel bad for either Hansel or Gretel. I believe it's Hansel, who was still alive, that we killed. And I feel bad for these two. I don't think I'm going to feel bad for the wolves, was what I thought. We'll see how that turned out, because I think Actually, I think I'll go start the wolves next, because I need to leave and come back. Well, do I? I can't remember. Ah, fuck it, I'll do the Airy first. The Airy's quicker.
He doesn't know any other way. Revenge? I know.
Oh good, we got that key. I don't know if I'm going to break the episode here or not. It's kind of short for an episode, but it seems like it should be its own thing. I don't know. We'll see what I think. So either this is the end of the episode, or there's going to be the area up next. So either way, thanks for watching and stick around.
Must have truly opened my eyes.
You think so? I have my doubts.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
That place is a shithole.
Don't be so nervous, Kaine. We'll protect you.
I got me taken care of. Worry about protecting yourself.
Ooh, the village. It's home to so many terrible little memories, isn't it, Kaine?
I don't like him. Sorry, I need to keep track of time there. So yeah, we're going back to the Airy. If memory serves, there are no, like, straight-up cutscenes for this one. It's kind of just dialogue and subtitles dispersed throughout. So we're pretty much going to be seeing the entirety of the Airy here. Hope you're ready for it! I don't know if the dialogue continues or not, so I'm just bumming around in front of the gate. There's subtitles of him laughing.
Shut up!
I assume Nier and, what's his name? Emil are confused as to why Kaine just screamed, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." The Airy. Feel bad the village got wiped off the map. They're all kind of jerks, though, so... meh.
We do not desire.
Here we go.
We do not desire needless conflict. If we can continue to live with humans,
we can continue to live peacefully.
But that man will come. Yes, that man will come. He will kill us all. He will kill our women and children. What should we do? What can we do?
That would be me they're referring to. Since I kill shades indiscriminately in this game, and they are human beings that just succumb to a disease before they could be put in their proper shells, which turns out was most of humanity. Shame that. Shells had to go and gain sentience. Hate when that happens. Oh, really? I can't. There we go. Say, traversing the area. The city deserves to be obliterated simply because they can't, you know, establish like a main connecting road for every point that would be interesting. Maybe it didn't deserve Old Hook up there, but, you know, it deserved a lot of them. Oh, do I have to speak? Oh, I need to speak to the mayor, apparently. I thought I needed to just come here. Can I skip it, just talking to these guys? I think it's this guy.
I'd almost forget.
Nope. Well, I can't skip that. That's irksome. I'm irked. Some. I am irked some. So yeah, remember the area? Remember what Emil was saying during all of this? People were getting sucked up inside the sphere, which, gosh, didn't that sound bad? But then you remembered the shades are the people, and we're merely the shells that they were going to be housed in to save them from the disease and all that good stuff. I wonder what the giant orb of people and shells combined will have to say as we brutally kill it. Think it'll be as charming as Khalil and P-33? Well, there you go. And now it's right back to where we were. Honestly, feels like we could have expedited that a little bit, but hey, what do I know? Ah, dear, oh dear. In truth, I don't remember this one as well as the others. I remembered the robot and Hansel, and I remember what the wolves have to offer. I don't remember this one as much. I don't know if that's because I was just young and stupid and didn't care, or if it just didn't leave much of an impression on me. Or if it's because I genuinely didn't like these guys because, you know, they were kind of assholes to Kaine. And just weird in general. Here to hunt shades, are you? Exactly, our aim is to defeat every last one. Even the women and children, huh? That is what every last one would imply.
Everyone?
I remember Tyrion has some fun words about this place.
Look out! This man is a shade. It's a trap! I thought as much. They've been possessed somehow. Keep your guard up.
Have they?
Others are surely lurking nearby.
What? I got bored.
Thousand apologies. We were distracted by the local welcoming party.
Mind if I join you?
A carnival of murder? I love it.
Kaine. villagers are possessed.
But not all of them.
Are
Some are
they?
still human, so be careful.
But yeah, Tyrion's just happy for murdering. Murder equals fun times for Tyrion.
Why did you have to come? Everything was fine until you appeared.
That is true. The Shades made it very clear they were content to live peacefully with the villagers.
Get out of here! No! I'm not going to abandon
Ah, this
my
kid.
sister.
This kid's whiny. I don't care what they reveal. This kid's always whiny.
Don't believe her. This woman's a shade. My sister! No!
Freaking whiny kid.
You people are the true monsters!
Stay back. Your sister is one of them now.
I don't care. She's my sister and I love her.
Boy, that sounds weirdly English-like, doesn't it? Pretty sure your sister already died somewhere in that mess.
Man, these people are behaving as if we are the villains.
Yeah, funny that.
Look out!
Kill them! Kill them now!
No! You've got to stop this! We're trying to save you from the shades! Please stop!
Emil!
We need to get out of here. Kaine! Kaine, get out! Hurry!
Oh, the vixen has finally run out of steam. Is it my turn now? Are you sure about that, sunshine?
Hate that guy? That guy's the worst.
Stop this at once.
Leave us in peace!
I also have no idea where it wants me to go. Does it just need me to kill all these guys? So that's perfectly doable.
Why did you have to come? Everything was fine until you appeared.
We are the ones who have lost our humanity, eh? So seriously, do we leave or like what? 'Cause I'm killing a lot of these guys. And boy, it just feels great and all that, but...
I blame you for all this.
yeah, that's completely fair. It is 100% fair. This guy... Pumpkin seeds? Why'd he drop a pumpkin seed?
Put down that weapon. Please. I beg of you.
I don't remember them saying this last time we were here. I suspect shenanigans.
Sis! Sis!
That kid's still whining, huh? Jeez. It's entirely possible that the Shades were cohabitating with these people. You know, living as humans inside of shells rather than, you know, just hidden or anything like that. And, yeah, they figured we're too much of a danger, so they lured us here to kill us. And now this is happening. Threw it away in a trash can, don't worry. Meanwhile, this thing.
By my pages, is this beast a shade as well?
That thing sucked up the villagers.
Stop! We killed them all! I can't!
So this thing isn't if memory serves, this thing never really gets a decent explanation. However,
I feel something from within the bow.
I feel like the explanation is that this is a hive mind of some sorts.
Is this the true power of the Shades?
It will take more than a barrage of magic to stop us. First to waver is the first to die. I sense magic coming from the middle of that eye.
Again, Vice, I feel like I brought this up last time, but whatever could have prompted you to believe that the middle of the eye right there was its weak spot? That we should, gosh, I don't know, target it.
Hold nothing back. There's a shade. The surrounding tentacles appear to deflect magic.
Yeah, they do. Fortunately, I can just hold it like this until they, well... Oh, that worked out quite well, actually. Oh, Jesus!
Such agility!
You mean from me or from them? This boss is a bit of a pain because you have to slowly pick away at it while your magic recharges. Oh, for God's sakes. That guy, thank you.
Defeating the smaller enemies has no effect on the leader.
Yeah, but it recharges my magic, which is what I'm here for, guys. Drops that tasty, tasty blood I desperately need. But, you know. Consequences, smonchquences, right? It's not like these guys are gonna care terribly much. They're only shades, after all.
Now, focus your magic on the beast's center.
Sorta did that already. Ah, crap. Got it. Well, that's good. So yeah, my theory, again, this isn't really ever explained. I think this thing's a hive mind. It's a combination of all the shades and the, for lack of a better word, husks that have been formed up into a nice ball, and they're living together.
Look out! Something's coming!
It's a very Technicolor beam now that I get a good look at it.
I'll pin it down!
Its weak point is located around the back. attack it from above.
Emil!
Emil!
I'll keep it busy! You should be able to attack! From behind! Go around! Get it! Please! Hurry!
The lad can take care of himself.
Yes, whatever you say,
Circle to
Emil.
the creature's rear.
This way? Nah, I need to go up one
Move
more.
closer. You cannot harm it from below.
So what do you guys think of this, horrid
Strike it in the eye.
revelation of all that we're doing? Our actions throughout the game and all that. Gonna bet you didn't see it coming. Shut up, Emil.
Did we get it?
It is escaping to the inner level.
I'm coming. Gotta catch my breath.
Carefully, Emil. It won't help anyone if we lose you here. God damn it! We beat the hell out
It's a
of
bit
it!
like an onion,
How
isn't
can
it?
it still move?
Its combined powers are beyond even my greatest suspicion.
God, it's almost like it's combination of such things.
Unless we slay the core, all hope is lost.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you, Vice. That's why they drop these guys here, by the way, so you can get the blood and recharge your magic. I firmly believe that. I refuse any other alternate explanation. Maybe because it wouldn't have been a very interesting fight if they didn't do that sort of thing. And again, it has a giant laser. Come on, bring down the tentacles. Summon some dudes. Or don't, I guess. I can shoot you in the face some more. I'm down to clown. Sounds like a jolly good time.
Help me take it out!
I'm on it.
Come on, magic. Want to do this again? Got it. Well, ready to mass execute an entire village of people and whatever we are? It still looks like an onion. Just saying. Yeah, you know, the people that wanted to live peacefully and coexist, they had that coming. I mean, they were mean to Kaine, though, so...
Emil? Emil, wait! He's gone. His instincts have taken
No
over.
idea if this has
The
extra
ultimate
dialogue
weapon
or
is being deployed.
anything. Just worth looking at, I guess.
This ain't good, sunshine.
Ah, there we go. And they're all dead. Every single person. Though, to be fair, that was already kind of tragic. Does it carry more weight when you know that the Shades lured you here because they were convinced you were going to murder their women and children? That's for you to decide. Personally, I think while it is sad, it sort of pales in comparison to the others.
I killed innocent people.
And also, we saw this before. But, like, yeah, compared to Khalil and P-33, and even Hansel, and even the wolves for when we see them, it's just not as impressive.
We owe you.
I'm sure that's a bit morbid to say in this exact situation, but, I'm sorry, in this exact situation, but, I mean, it's just the way it is. Sadness. Then they just deliver the line. Don't look back. Ah, it's fine, Emil. You went and killed all those people, but don't think about it. You'll be fine. Just move forward. Past it, Emil. We got the sacrifice, key, Emil, and that's what's important. That's the main factor here. Seems like that's it for this particular boss. And here we go. These guys get a full-up cutscene. You may wonder what the hell that was all about. Since, you know, the wolves burst in and killed... I can't remember her name, and I feel bad about that. The deaf girl who sign languaged everything. Or the mute girl, rather. I can't remember. Why indeed? So yeah, that happened. Charming. Starting to see a little bit about what the wolves are up to. Just a little bit? No? Alright. Well, let's keep playing. It gets worse. It gets worse. I don't know if this will get left in or not. I think the wolves have a line here that we would miss otherwise. And it's important to see this scene again, I think. Truly understand the scope of what we're dealing with. And what young Adam, still in high school, was dealing with when he played this. Puts a bit of a different perspective on this, doesn't it? Oh good, he has lines here. Shame that the wolf is kind of like 100% right. Ah, but I mean, what does he know? He's a wolf, right? I'm sure they did something to deserve that. Well, time to kill the wolves. Alright, so we invaded, but I mean, is it really worth all that? I'm sure there isn't one more cutscene and various lines of dialogue that make it even worse that we're about to go and kill these wolves. I'm sure that's not a thing. Actually, I'm not going to cut the episode. I'm not going to cut that bit there. I'm just going to watch this play out. Because once again, pretty sure a lot of this may or may not happen. That got power slide? Some of the lines might come up during the battle, so I'm not going to cut the video there. Yeah, how could they hold such rage? Yep, all the shades. All of them. They have it coming after all. They're shades. Alright, it doesn't seem like he has any dialogue at this point, but you never know. And I don't feel like jotting down times in the middle of a fight.
Above you, stay on your guard.
Well, here we go. So, full disclosure, in the other file that's basically it already has A and B done. It's this guy that keeps fucking it up, because the game always seems to freeze in the middle of this fight. So hopefully that problem's been corrected. I seem to remember it freezing mid-jump, which is why I'm reluctant to do hoppy-itty jump hops in this fight. Even when he does jump up there. Got him. Whoop. There we go. Well, let's see what Mr. Wolf has to say for himself, shall we? I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine, you know, resting in your heart of hearts to know that you're the one who did this to the wolves. This, right, I'm sorry, this right here. Feel that warm feeling in your heart? I don't. I feel like crying, actually. And I did cry when I played this as a kid. I absolutely fucking cried. I didn't think I would, because the wolves killed Fira, and I really liked her. And that came out of nowhere. That was a blindside to me when I was young. I didn't think Fira was going to die. Then I saw that they were doing this. I got really sad about it. I was like, I'm not going to feel bad about the wolves. They killed Fira. I felt bad about the wolves. And I felt like crying just there. I could feel the tears welling up. But, now that I have face cam, fuck crying. That would be really, really bad looking, I think. First outing with face cam, and I cry. This is the first outing with face cam, by the way. A lot of my other videos are going to have face cam as well. This is the first one I'm really putting it in.
I believe that young Fira was perfectly content with the life she had.
Fun times. Ready to go to the Shadow Lord's castle? I wonder what happiness awaits us there.
Bunch of dancing bastards.
They're all shades.
Ah, royal ball. How utterly
Alright, yep, they're talking here. Bit rude, but you know.
Yeah, it's a bit late for that.
That's odd that they would lock us in and then tell us to get out. Final Bastion, huh? Oh, good. We are, and let's be fair here, eliminating all of humanity while we do this. What little is left of humanity is falling beneath our blade right now. And I need to put a timestamp. Whoops. Call it... Sorry, I'm keeping track of the times and I'll have to edit this video. Chop it up. Probably moved on to a second video at this point. Maybe I'll just make this one a long video. Who knows? Ah, more editing for me. Jolly good editing fun.
Kaine for us.
Door, come on. Oh, come on.
Kaine, hurry!
So this is their treasure. I wonder what it could be, other than me healing myself. And making a timestamp. Jesus, these guys. Oh boy.
We need to help Kaine. We need to help Kaine.
Of course.
What's wrong? You okay?
Well, at least we helped before we murdered every baby in the room. Can't have that, can we? I believe this boss, I might have said it in the last time, I believe this boss is called Mother Goose. I can't figure out why it's called Mother Goose. I mean, that's boar, obviously, but, you know. Who am I to judge? Oh, God, of course it hit me. This boar's a pain in the ass. Now this boar's spitting cold hard truths at us.
You don't need forgiveness, asshole.
And of course, Kaine has a few choice words of her own. Well, I wonder how Tyrion feels about all this.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Your heart is...
Funny that, I didn't know he was gonna talk there.
It ain't hatred, and it ain't sadness. What's going on here, sunshine?
How should I know?
Kaine, are you alright?
Fine. Let's just kill some shit and move on, alright?
Interesting. Oh, very interesting.
You know, of all the people in this game I don't want saying interesting, how very interesting, Tyrion's one of them. He's in fact the biggest one of ones I don't want saying that. Yeah, I still don't know where this guy came from. Is it supposed to be like the father, if that was the mother? God, the number of times I've been run over by this damn boar. It'll never end. Maybe I can spam it here, who knows. Ow, God, I forgot he did that. That's incredibly aggravating. Oh. Okay. Made it. Done like dinner.
Can we even hurt this thing?
Oh no!
Stop now. Damn it.
Stay focused, Kaine. No, don't fall victim to such distractions.
Come on! We have to keep going!
Move it!
That's your cue to book it, remember.
This way! Move!
I have no idea at what point they're going to keep chiming in here, so I might just tag this end on in the bit here. This is the last time you're ever going to see it, for the record.
Up here!
Because ending C and D, the only thing that changes is final boss stuff, so... So, you know, we won't be seeing that.
Hurry!
Emil, shush, I'm coming. Although I should have a health salve. Now that you mention it, game, thanks for that.
Damn it, I can't get it open!
Damn, and when we weren't looking, the boar came through the door. Shit, shit! I don't know if he's talking to the boar. He's talking about this boar.
My gearing is different. Hate is just another crutch. No one likes you. So you try to dull it all with violence and hate.
I'm not like that at all.
It's okay.
It is.
Just realize
Wish they'd shut up so I could kill this thing.
it's too late for everything. Too far. That's bad.
Strike the beast while it's down.
The entrance is locked too.
It seems that we're in a bit of a predicament.
Oh, hush. Kill this thing with one more strike. I was just letting everyone get their words in. We all having a good time. Tyrion and Kaine story time hour. Poor Tyrion. Poor Kaine. Poor everyone, really. We could just learn to talk to each other. And then, of course, comes Captain Wolfmurder and his bum chums. Remember him? Happy to see him. He murdered a wolf that I was fond of.
You are correct.
I sort of thought, you know, the Shade would chime in at this point. Just saying. But I guess not. We're off to fight the Devil in Purple, actually. And then the Shadow Lord.
Stop! Let me go! Stop it! King!
Yeah, whatever. Got places to be. We have places to be. And yeah, I'm sticking with the whole not chopping it up at this point. Because again, I have no idea where they're going to chime in, and I've already got a bunch of timestamps I'm going to have to butcher up. I don't know if I'll make this 2 videos or 1. Probably 2, if I'm feeling... we'll see. We'll see how long. If it's an hour or more, I'll make it 1 video. If it's... Or no, I'll make it 2 videos if it's an hour or more. If it's less than an hour, it'll be 1 video. That's the exact... I don't care if it's 59.59. It's going to be 1 video then. If it's an hour, it's going to be half an hour each. Forgive the sirens if you can hear them.
Devil!
Oh look, we've been waiting.
What the hell is...
It began human.
I don't know if they're gonna give more pages to Vice here. I'll check that. I don't actually know if they gave us more of the pages.
Sorry, placed under the.
But whatever. Yeah. Kinda doesn't have a big moment here or anything. Okay. So Grimoire, memos, documents. Nope. It appears it's just the same. Yeah, it's the same files. So, whatever. Maybe Tyrion will have something to say about this fight. Or Kaine will. There's no shades in this fight, so...
We're the same. You and us. Totals in the hands of a monster.
I'm nothing like you. None of us are.
Doesn't seem like they do have voice lines, though, because, I mean, already more than halfway dead. And Kaine and Tyrion have not chimed in to voice their own fanciful brand of hatred and vile thoughts. Maybe here, though? I don't know. Don't think so. Don't think so. Maybe here. We'll see.
Opal, we've been friends for so long. Does that mean nothing to you?
Those two have watched the world wither for time immemorial. Cruelness of such a fate is difficult to imagine.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight Opal.
Stop whining and start fighting. It's the only way.
Nothing to add, Tyrion? Alright, well, you're a bit of a somber bastard right now, aren't you? God damn, can you flinch at least? You're doing massive damage to me.
Devil. No. No stopping. No stopping ever.
Yeah, and then Emil sacrificed himself. I don't believe Tyrion has anything to add at that point either. Funny, I wonder if the... Oh! Well, now we're seeing this. This is new. That thing's hard to kill. Yeah. Alright, he and I agree on one thing at least. I'd forgotten about this, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I can't imagine that'll kill her either, but, you know. Maybe leaving the spear in. Not a pretty sight, no matter... apparently, yeah, that worked. Should have left the spear in. Yeah, there goes the gases. Well, I completely forgot about that, but, you know, that's charming. He died, too. He didn't get out of the castle. None of them did. They didn't... Well, they might have killed the boar. Frankly, that thing's really hard to kill, so she might be perfectly fine. I don't know if this is new or not. Maybe not. I don't think it is. I feel like we saw this. But maybe we'll understand the Shadow Lord this time. Well, okay then. If you hadn't figured it out by now, which I think I straight up told you at one point, so you'd have to be really slow. That is the human of us, and we are his shell that gained sentience and had a daughter and all that good stuff. Anything to add, Tyrion? I know Kaine is going to kick the shit out of me for letting Emil get vaporized. Well, honestly, he volunteered, to be perfectly honest, so... Still... God, I've been recording for over 2 hours. Doesn't seem like that, though, does it? It's because I edited a bunch of shit out.
Let's go.
I've also been kind of blowing this off because I don't feel like recording this for the huge amount of time it would take. But you did. Nothing to add, Tyrion? Apparently he had nothing to add. But hey. Final boss time. Who's ready for a final boss? Oh god, do we have to fight all these guys, actually? Forgot about that. Alright, real quick. Change back to defend as soon as I'm done here, but for now... let's murder all these people desperately trying to stop us getting to their last bastion of hope. I don't know what sword he's wielding when he does that. It's not anything I have equipped. That is much easier than killing them one by one, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Oh god, more of them. Why did I dare unequip Dark Phantasm? Further note, why is Dark Phantasm so good? I can't remember which reviewer said it, but when reviewing Nier, they mentioned that the magic was fairly unbalanced in the game, and I'm inclined to agree with that sentiment. Just you two. Seems like I can go. I also think, yeah, this would be he, so let's get defend out here. Hello again, Shadow Lord. Been a while. Let's dance, Chumley. Where do you get the cape from? Or are those wings? Nah, I think it's a cape. Make it feel fancy. Guess it is wings. If it's cape, it's lame. If it's wings, they're alright. Hey dude, what's going on?
Killing you.
Strike hard. Hold nothing back.
That's Grimoire Noir, I believe. This has been an easy round. Oh man, people are about to say something. Maybe they still will.
Careful!
You too.
Oh, maybe it was
Hey,
kind of.
Sunshine, there's something kind of weird happening in your heart. The hate is gone. The sadness is gone. It's just a bunch of white light now.
Well, that can't be right.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it.
I'm sure that won't come back later in, say, the third or fourth ending.
Don't you? I'm not going to embarrass my life. I'm speaking. I'm a curse. Freak. I know that. I must tell. But guess what?
I mean, not
He still
really.
accepts me. He still forgives me.
He might have talked about it, I don't know. He knows you have a shade in you.
Come on, you're doing this for him?
This sword one last time. Vice, you all right?
Naturally, I am as sweet as a fish.
Dialogue we missed.
Dirty little...
Because she was talking to Tyrion, and we didn't hear it the first time.
Wait.
But again, I'm sure this won't come back later in endings 3 and 4. No one say anything in the comments. Looking at you. I'm looking directly at you, Kaida. And, what's your name? Dark Bishop. That's your YouTube name. Dark Bishop, you don't say anything. Anyone who's watching this and knows what's going to happen, don't say anything in the comments. Don't spoil it.
Dad.
Try and avoid that. Again, I always hate that. I'm sorry, I just gotta bring it up. It's like now I can show with my hands here. So, like if they were coming directly towards each other, it'd be very clear. You know, they would touch. But if like one was off to the side, it would be near and so obvious that they were gonna miss. From the side, you know, touching together like that. You know, it's not that different from just missing. But from the perspective of the person, you're obviously going to miss. And I always hate that. And we're missing important shit.
Crying. She says she wants to see her dad.
Yona's been possessed.
This girl loves her father too, as much as I do. She loves him just as much. It's not right that she can't see him.
Something very interesting about this game. It's very interesting how our main hero, Nier here, he doesn't get it at the end. You know, he never learns what these guys were saying. He never accepts that they were humans and therefore, you know, the claims and like the you've killed our children, yes, that never hits home with him. That hits home with you, the player. Well, also you, the player, but you know. And it's interesting that a protagonist completely misses the point like that, and instead it's something the player knows. That doesn't happen in Automata, by the way. I won't give anything away, but none of the endings is there some big reveal that only the player knows about and all the other characters are oblivious to. It's a good story, don't get me wrong. The reveals and the twists that happen within the story are still pretty cool. I don't but it is the characters experiencing it.
I'm so very sorry. I love you, Dad.
This guy, Nier, he never knows about Tyrion.
I love you.
It's never explained to him. Kind of might tell him later, but, you know. He never knows that he has his own voice. Yeah, And the realization, I think they told him that shades were humans at one point, but, you know, he doesn't care. He just wants his daughter.
Possessed her is gone.
Very one-track mind, this guy. And if you play the game only once through, you pretty much share that one-track mind. But if you deign it worth going back a second time, then your eyes are opened.
Kaine, watch over Yona for me. You won't understand your sadness? You think I'm gonna sympathize with you? I swore.
Why is a very good question.
My friends. If someone puts them in danger, they must stand aside or be cut down. Come on, let's go.
Sorry if I like crane my head around like that. My microphone is kind of in the way of my monitor, and I'm looking around it. You can't see it. It might turn the camera enough for you to see it.
One moment, please.
Yep,
Okay.
there we go.
Fine, just fine.
Funny that.
All right, no, I'm not.
Nice.
Vice.
It seems that some headstrong idiot has decided
I'm
to
just
push me
fine.
beyond my
Alright, no,
limits.
I'm not.
I should have taken that job as a cookbook when I had the chance.
Vice, I'm sorry.
Only joking. I hate cookbooks.
But
But what? He hates
Out of the
cookbooks.
way.
You gonna argue with him on that point?
Task to fulfill.
where are you going?
Might
To
have
be a
stopped him, of
cookbook.
course. But after that, it's up to you. Only
You can do the
can
cooking
see
by
this
the
battle
book.
To its conclusion.
God!
I wish you luck, my friend.
You can't. I swore to.
I can do whatever I want. I'm voiced by Dan Green. There's a reference no one gets.
Know that, don't you?
I can't remember which game I was playing that game with. Make
Perhaps
references
that's
only
why
I
I've
get.
so enjoyed our time together.
But I brought it over into Nier.
As I fear, this is where our journey ends.
I need a shave.
Vice.
Oh, and remember what
Webcam.
I told you about using my phone?
Better than a mirror, apparently.
Well, forget it. I've grown rather fond of Vice.
Vice.
And now you can see the junk that's in the corner of my room because I'm leaning back. I mean, what junk? I don't have any junk in my room. Those definitely aren't empty cardboard boxes back there. Yeah, I'm a slob. Get over it. You saw my desk. Anyways. Vice lost all of his powers. Rude. Continue to be rude. Meanwhile, Shadow Lord's prattling on about things that you need to read about because I have to focus on actually not dying here. Son of a bitch. Can I get a break? Apparently I can't. Holy crap. That was just... Can I, start... You gonna checkpoint me, please? Yeah, okay. God damn it. It is never as responsive as you think it will be. You think, oh, I'll just hit the button and it'll do the thing. But no, it seems like it has a 1 second delay.
I have a reason to live.
That one might have been on me. Maybe I should be, using X instead of Y. Jesus, stop it! I really hate this. Because it did this last time, too. Things that I should be, cutting through are hitting me. I'm hitting the attack button, which should, pierce through the attacks before they hit me. And the game's like, nah, you're gonna get hit by that. Right there is a prime example. Better. Now the music changes, because I only have one more hit left, I believe. There we go. Again, this isn't how spears work. But, you know, don't tell Nier that. For a brief moment, it seems like he might realize the scope of what he's doing. Nah. Just gotta save my daughter. This has got to be over an hour at this point, which means 2 videos. So, there are going to be 2 more videos for Ending C and Ending D. Wonder what they could possibly pertain to. And now here this is. Remember the very beginning of the game? Like our first episode? This is the Shadow Lord. This is the only time we were actually a human.
Here, Dad. You can have this cookie.
I don't need it. I'm already full.
But that's what you said yesterday. You haven't been eating anything, have you? Come on. At least take half.
Thanks.
That was why there was that massive time jump later. We had died, our daughter had died. Here's all of our friends that we had to murder to get here. They're real happy to see us.
Dad.
Box of cookies was there with her.
Thanks for always being there for me. Oh, here. I brought your half.
Yona.
And that was the B ending of Nier, but it's not done. There is a post-credits scene, which I am going to sit here and make you watch. But I want to talk to you about Nier, because as I've been on record as saying, I didn't really love this game until this point. Once, because again, as I said, my first playthrough was very narrow-minded, get the daughter, yeah, alright, Shades were human at one point, but I mean, really, they're not anymore, right? Right. And then I played through the game a second time, and as I said, I did cry during the wolf bit, and I think I cried here. I don't remember specifically. I know I was sad, but I think I cried here. It was a very emotional game for me, and it's very important in my life. And this isn't like Okage, where it's some fun childhood nostalgic thing with beautiful dialogue and characters, and you should all fall in love with it. This is just a very important game for me emotionally. It was the first game I ever really... It was the first game that made me think about shit like this, with, you know, my actions and how they affect other, and you know, there's shit like Skyrim and Fallout that always do that sort of thing. This was the first game I ever really experienced like this, where after I beat it, I felt great and good, and like, I've done a good job, I got my daughter back. And then I played it again, and I didn't feel good. And whether or not you like this game, I obviously want you to like this game. I'm not going to play a game that I don't like, unless it's a blind playthrough, or I think I can just get drunk and have fun with it, see Crystal Cities. But with regard to Nier, it's difficult to say, because I don't know, it might be more personal if you're the one doing these actions. Hell, it might be more personal if you personally do these actions and don't have me hammering in your ear the entire time you're watching this. But it is still, I think, an important game to experience. You might not like it, and that's fine. This might not be your cup of tea. I am quite fond of it, as is clear. But even if you don't like it, I still think this is a game worth talking about for this sort of thing. It was such a small thing to go back, and we'll get to C&D. This isn't like some big finale thing. And we'll talk about C&D when the credits for those are rolling. But it was such a small thing to just go back and give subtitles to the bosses, but it changed so much of everything you did in the game. Every action you made, every shade you killed at that point, you had to stop. At least I did. I had to stop and really think of it. The wolf thing haunted me for like a good week. Alright? I felt like shit after those wolves died. Because, and again, they killed Fira, but it was still... I felt so good about killing those wolves the first time, because they killed Fira. And then I see... They just added a few cutscenes and a few little subtitles. And the perspective is completely different on Hansel, on the Aerie, on Khalil and P-33, on the wolves, even on the Shadow Lord to a degree. And that's not even talking about Tyrion. I was not, I knew kind of had a shade in her. But again, the shades were human. It didn't occur to me that the shades, would have personalities and feelings and emotions and basically be humans terrified of us because we're the aggressors here. It was different from anything else I was playing at the time. I think we checked the save file I had for the other games, which I will be loading because you need all of the weapons to get endings C and D. I don't know why you need every single weapon in the game to get those endings, but I have it in that file. I don't have it in this file. As far as 2012, what was I playing in 2012? That was like my last, or around my last year of high school. I wasn't playing much. I played shit like Bulletstorm, which was just fun, gory shooter. I didn't really have a PC capable of this sort of thing, so it was mostly console games. I played Crackdown, which was, good fun, jump around, punch shit. Black Ops, and Black Ops, that has its own huge plot twist thing. But nothing quite like this. This was a huge impact for me as a gamer, and I wanted to share this with you. Anyways, let's see this post-credit scene. You might actually get a kick out of it. Sound effect is really out of place.
Wow, that was crazy. I can't believe how well my sister's body holds up. Kinda hard to move when you're just ahead. I wonder where everybody is. I can't wait to see them
Dead,
again.
mostly.
But before that can happen, there's some stuff I gotta do first. Like finding a body. Or at least some legs. I sure hope Kaine and Vice haven't killed each other yet. I swear, they leave them alone for 1 minute.
So Vice is dead and gone. The king and all of his, henchmen, guardsmen are gone as well. Kinda Yona and I are still kicking about, but that's going to be it for this particular. I'm going to override this save really quick here. There you go, ending B. Bravo, bravo. It might tell us about... yes, it might tell us... Obtain all of the weapons in the game and you'll be able to make one final decision that affects the story. Yeah, no kidding. But that'll be the next video. Until then, thanks so much for watching and listening. I've been Tokenlad. Talk to you later, Shrewd Negotiators, and see you around Clans.